Okay, Tez, this is your sewing machine. I'm dropping it off this week along with the cabinet. Since you're very busy and have no time to come by for a lesson, I'm going to go over really quick with you. This thing is old, but it will do the trick. Here's the on-off switch right here. Just turn it down like that. The light goes on. You're on. Okay, when you first get it, this plug here is going to be unplugged. You'll see it has a particular shape. It goes into a hole right over there. Down there on the ground is a foot pedal that you're going to use to make the thing go forward. You're pressing that with your foot. That'll make it go forward. The harder you press down, the harder it's going to go, or faster it's going to go. Okay, again, this is very, very simple. So you have a few controls here. I've kind of preset them for you. This is your stitch width. Right now I just left it at 2. I just did a test run with this napkin. You can kind of see how wide they are. The bigger this number is, the wider that stitch is going to be. You'll figure that out. This needle position, it's centered. Leave it there for now. I wouldn't worry about it. This switch right here is for this, which is the bobbin winder. And that's basically going to take this thread here through this contraption over to here. No, I'm sorry, maybe it's probably up, it's going to be some way, but there's a bobbin that's in here that's filled with thread, and that thread right there is kind of the bottom of the stitch, where the top of the stitch comes from the spool up here. There's plenty of videos online so you can see how to do some of that stuff. You'll have to thread this thing. I'm going to leave it threaded for you so you can kind of follow it, but it's the thread kind of goes here down this hook underneath this wheel right here, underneath like that, and then there's this thing here. It's an arm that goes up and down to help the stitching. There's a hole through it. It's going to go through that hole, and then it's going to go down through this loop, and then it's going to go through that loop right there, so that loop to that loop. Then it's going to go through the needle. There's the needle. There's a switch, not a switch, but a lever back here. Where is it? Let me just turn this thing. It's right here, this thing here. That's going to raise and lower your foot. You want it up while you're feeding your fabric in, and then once it's in place, flap it down. Now there is a thread coming from the needle and from the bobbin from below. I'm going to find it. So it's coming through this needle here. So there's 2 threads that are coming back. Once those are back there and you start sewing, it's going to kind of leave these little long strands here. But then you press and you go forward. I would do a couple of tests with some paper towels before you start. But that is kind of the basics. Let me shut this thing down for a moment. I'll start back up and I'll send you these videos.